Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you're back. If you're a regular watcher, thanks for watching. If this is your first time, go back and look at some of my other videos. I used to do what I call the take and bake, where I took the picture, the take part, and then I showed you how I edited those photos in Lightroom and Photoshop. That's what I call the bake. Now the bake is not getting a lot of views, so I'm not going to do that many of those type, but the take is what most people enjoy watching. I'm going to do a video today that I thought I'd never do. I'm going to show you my top 12 photos of 2022, and when I say top, these are the ones I like. You may not like them, but I like these. Some of them have they take me back to a time. I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes. I'm going to talk about each photo compositionally, what I like, what I don't like. And now my photographic theology is there's no such thing as the perfect photo. If you look long enough, you can find something to make it a better photo. So if I have the time, I'll talk about those. So let's go into Lightroom and I'll show you my top 12 of 2022. Okay, this image was taken in Jekyll Island, Georgia, and I got up too early, came to this beach. I think it was called Driftwood Beach, one that a lot of people go to. This lighting on this tree was a happy accident. I know, I sound like Bob Ross. A car pulled into the parking lot and had its lights on and shone on this tree. But it turned out to be one of my favorite pictures of 2022. This light over here there's not quite a full moon over in this area shining across here. That's why I'm getting these shadows. Now compositionally, the only thing I wish I would have done different is this branch is cutting right into my horizon. Had I moved my camera up or down a little bit, it would have helped the composition. So let's go to the next image. This was done at Badlands. I got up early. The sun came across this hillside. Compositionally, I don't have the rule of thirds going on the horizon here. This is focus stacked, focused at different areas. I shot one focused here, one focused here, one focused here, and then one focused clear in the background. And I do have a video on my channel explaining how I do that. I like this picture. I like the cool tones of the grass and the warm tones of the sun hitting the hillsides over here. Next one, Big Sky Country, Montana, and for some reason it comes by that name honestly. The skies are always so dramatic out in Montana. But I didn't have anything interesting in the foreground. In fact, it was just like a muddy beach looking area. So I cropped it like this. I wanted to show that there was a lake in the foreground. I like this dramatic shadow and highlights here, but you'll see a theme in my landscape photos. I'm either up early in the morning or late in the evening. Compositionally, I think I might have zoomed in on this farm, and maybe a vertical would have made for a better composition. Glacier National Park. Every photographer should attempt a trip to Glacier National Park. Compositionally, it's got a nice flow. I wish there was a little more S-turn in this, but what really drew my eye was these low-hanging clouds and the way the sun was hitting them. This is another image from Glacier. The reason I like this one is the reflection. It just caught my eye. The reflections you can get away with putting your horizon line almost dead center in the composition. This was midday, so I just like the way the clouds throw shadows on the hillside here, the snow still in the mountains. Okay, this was done in Missouri, my home state, at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, the Army post. Compositionally, I broke a rule. My horizon is right in the center, and really I have two subjects here. I have the sunflowers. I also have the clouds. Now if you look at the edge, these flowers on the edges are slightly out of focus, typical with a wide angle lens. What I do next time, stack this focus here and work my way diagonally across but it just happens to be one of my favorite of 2022. Okay, this is someplace I go to quite often. This is at Devil's Elbow, Missouri. This is the railroad bridge. I like the fog down in the valley. I did lighten this area a little bit in Lightroom. Now, compositionally, I cropped out the sky. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, so it was real boring. I did get a little color. And again, this is one that I thought was one of my better ones for 2022. I like the lighting, and I like these leaning trees here. Again, I had nothing in the foreground. I have a short depth of field to draw the viewer's eye kind of in this area right here. The water is kind of blurry up here. I guess what caught my eye is the light hitting this fog and these trees being lit up. I should crop it a little tighter. I don't like the sky coming through here, kind of holes. Again, I'm picking the ones that I like. This was done at Paddy Creek Wilderness, which is just south of me, and I was a little disappointed when I got down there. We had a fast fall this year, and when I got to the river, most of the trees were without leaves. Well, I happened to turn around and I saw this little yellow tree and the red in the background, and these rocks here, and I shot a lot of horizontal. I kind of, as a digital photographer, we always look at our pictures on a computer screen, and we normally see it from edge to edge, a horizontal. So verticals, I kind of got away from verticals. Like the feel of this one. The background's a little busy, but I like it. I like just the way that tree leans into the composition. And normally I walk down here and I go off to the edge and shoot these grand vistas. But I was going back and I happened to turn around and saw these red leaves and the texture of this pine tree here. So I set up and did another picture. Now this is focus stacking. You can see all the way from the foreground here all the way to the background is in sharp focus. And here's our next one. Now this one's interesting. I was mountain bike riding down in Texas, San Antonio. This is McKinney Park, and I bought a new camera just for this reason. Not wildlife. I'm not a good wildlife photographer. I bought a camera that I could almost carry in my pockets. I bought a Nikon Z30. This video was shot on that camera. Actually, I got off my bike to take pictures of some yellow trees, and as I was walking back there, something caught my eye, movement, and I looked over, and here was this red-tailed hawk, is what I believe it is. I like the composition. Again, I shot several photos. This was not the first photo I took of this bird, but it sat there for quite a while. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, and the last one was done also in McKinney Park. The deer there see people all the time, so they're not real skittish. And you can see this was shot with a short f-stop. These trees are out of focus. But this deer moved around very slowly, just looks real majestic. I do like the Nikon Z30 so far. That was the last one. Let me go through these one more time. There's the bird, Paddy Creek Wilderness Area, Paddy Creek. This was done at Hazel Green River Access. This is the Gasconade River. This is in Laclede County, Missouri. This is Devil's Elbow. It's in Pulaski County, Missouri, on the old Route 66. This was done at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Unless you have a ID card, a military ID card, it would be hard to get on the installation, but it has a lot of pretty spots. Glacier National Park, love to go back. Glacier National Park. Montana. Montana is a beautiful state. You could take a lot of great pictures there. Badlands. Love to go back for a week or two. Jekyll Island, Georgia. Driftwood Beach. Beautiful place. What I struggle with there is there's a lot of dead trees, so you had to really move around to find a simpler composition. And that's it. Those are my photos. Hope you enjoyed that. If you would, leave a comment, good or bad, or if you have any photographic questions, leave them down below and I'll try to get back to them. And I don't know if I'll have another video this year, this calendar year, or start next year. And again, thank you for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Till next time, bye. Oh, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.